the 15%, 65%, and the 20% system. This system will help you manage your money wisely, always stay in the positive, and build your own savings. You only need 10 minutes of your time to fully understand how to incorporate this into your life. Let's go. Part 1. Save 15% of your income. By the way, when you watch this part until the end, you will learn how to turn 15% into 22%. So first, why is this even crucial? Why is it important to put away money towards the savings? Well, life is very unpredictable. Anything can happen. One day you might wake up, you're driving, and then you have a flat tire. Or like a few days ago, my daughter got into a car accident, and what it means right now that her car is completely damaged, and now we have to fix it, and we have to come up with this money to pay for it. So, or you might face the medical bills. So emergencies arise, and then typically they arise when we least expect them, and the most inconvenient times. So by setting aside this 15% of your income, it's not just to save the money, to stay still on your account, or typically, if you know, for those, some people, they actually put it under the mattress, so just keeping them at home. No, it's actually putting them, investing them, so that the money will work for you. So let me give you an example how you can do this. And this is a very simple way. One of the things that I started, me personally doing this, once I turned 18 years old, I was already officially working. I started investing and putting money towards the pension. This is the fastest way to generate wealth. And as I just mentioned, and which I'm going to show you, to increase this from 15% to 22%, and at the same time, you're increasing your return on your investment. So let me give you an example how it's going to work. So let's say you're working, you're earning $100,000 in salary, and then you decided to take advantage of this 401k, 4B plan. There's a lot of different plans. Every employer has these plans, and you absolutely can take advantage of that. So, and typically when you take advantage of these plans and you're making the contributions towards these retirement plans, your employer will add some extra money. It's called match. So they will, from the company, they will add to whatever you're putting away. So typically it's like about 3 to 4%. Some companies might even do 5-6%. Anyway, so let's say for this example, if you listening to my advice, you're putting 15% out of the 100,000, so it comes out to $15,000 a year. Then in that case, let's say your employer gives you $4,000 as a match. You see, you just got $4,000 absolutely for free. And now let's say by putting away this $15,000, you in a 20% tax bracket. What it means that now the government is giving you 20% as well. You're saving $3,000, which is the 20% of the $15,000 that you put away in taxes. So that means that you're not paying these taxes, and then you're just getting this free money as well. So now it's $3,000 in taxes, $4,000 that your employer gave it to you for free. So that's $7,000 of free money just because you took this $15,000 and put it away towards savings account. So you see how easy it is. So now this is how you turned 15% putting away into savings into 22%. And thanks to the tax savings and thanks to the employer contribution. Another aspect I would like to point out, it's the time. Time is your friend in this case. The earlier you're gonna start investing, the more wealth you're gonna accumulate and the faster you're actually gonna do this. So let me just give you an example and I'll show you like what you're gonna see right now. It's just mind-blowing. I actually, as I shared with you already, I started doing this when I was 18 years old. If you have $1,000 and you're putting them away into the savings account, and let's say for the next 7 years, generating 10% interest rate, and you're not doing anything else, you're not adding any more money, it's just only this $1,000. So in 7 years, this $1,000 is going to be $2,000. So now if you take this $2,000, you don't take them out, and then you put them away for another 7 years, earning another 10%. So this $2,000 are going to now convert, and it's going to be $4,000. So this is the time value of money. So lastly, I just want to share with you this example. So let's say if you are 30 years old, you have $50,000 that you're putting away earning 10% interest rate, and you're not touching this money until you age 65, until your retirement age, then by age 65, you're gonna have on your account a little bit over $1.4 million. But then if you're gonna wait until you are age 50 and you take the same $50,000 with the same interest rate of 10%, and then at age 65, you're only gonna have a little bit over $200,000 on that account. So in this illustration, I just wanna show you how important it is to start earlier and not to wait. By investing first and then letting these savings to accumulate and generate, you're gonna get yourself much faster towards this growing this wealth and towards achieving your dream life results. Part 2, spending 65% on the core living expenses. Managing your core living expenses, it's the key to maintaining financial stability. So your essential costs like your housing, your grocery, transportation, utility, insurance, it should be not more than 65% of your income. And this is very important because if it's more than 65%, then you are limiting your spending on these essentials. You don't have possibility to put more money towards the savings account and towards investments. And this is exactly what I typically see. I see that people spend first and then whatever's left and they put it into the savings. So by establishing this habit, and this is what I later on started doing, I started committing myself by putting this 15% towards the savings. In fact, one of even the ways I would do this for myself, that kind of to make sure that I keep myself accountable, every time I get the paycheck, I would set up on the auto pay where the money goes away towards the savings. So this way I have no access to this. And then when you have no access to this money, then you already know, okay, this is how much I have, then I cannot spend more than that. And then this way you're already gonna keep track of yourself not to spend more than this 65%. So here's some of the practical tips I would suggest for you to start incorporating to make sure that you're cutting the cost and you are not spending more. Number one, obviously, is review your budget. Well, if you don't have a budget, then make sure that you do have a budget. I know no one likes to have budgets, but it's very essential and very crucial to have one. The month ended, how much did I spend? Was I on track with the budget? Did I overspend, underspend? So this way, it's gonna bring this awareness and keep you accountable and aligned with your goals. So the second one, what I would suggest is just to go over your spendings, like go over the credit card bills. A lot of the times, like we sign up for all these different types of subscriptions agreements. And a lot of the times when we sign up for them, we forget about them and then we stop using them, but they still actually charging us. And you'll be very surprised. All these automated payments that you signed up for, review them, review all the subscriptions agreements and see if you're not using them, then cancel them. Those that you use, just make sure that maybe there's some kind of promotions or plan changes, then you can reduce this plan. So these are some practical tips that you can start implementing right away. The third tip that I would like to share with you to stay within the budget is to revisit how you spend money on meals. What I see very often is that people, business owners, like they go out a lot. Listen, we gotta eat not just once a day, 2-3 times a day, but then it all adds up. And then especially if you're going out to eat. So when you go out, I mean, like in US, whenever you have the dinner meals, so they already put this 20% tip within the bill. So, and this is the extra expense that you're paying. So what I mean, for example, let's say you're going out and your bill is $100. So now you're paying this extra $20 already for the tip. So these are some of the ways you can start saving by, let's say you can order food as a takeout and then just have this beautiful meal at home with your family, and you're gonna start saving this money. And then if you're gonna start doing this couple of times a week, and then there's 4 weeks, sometimes 5 weeks in a month, this is a huge saving that's gonna help you to reduce your essential expenses and keep you within that 65% range. Lastly, the part 3 is my favorite one. It's the enjoyment, the 20% that you save towards enjoyment, towards your dream. Financial freedom isn't just about saving. It's about living. It's important to set aside this 20% of your income for the things that you really love, that really bring joy and fulfillment in your life. And whether it's going out, traveling, or pursuing hobbies, this is something that will help you to stay motivated, positive, and not to be burned out. I absolutely love this, the 50%, 65%, and the 20% system. as you get to have everything. You get to save, spend on day-to-day expenses, and at the same time, enjoy your life. So how to make this 20% work for the enjoyment? It's ideal just to set a budget. Again, no one likes to have the budgets, but now you're setting the budget for all of this fun stuff. So identify, what does your perfect day looks like? What are some of the things that you would like to have in your life and you would like to experience them on day-to-day basis? And then once you identify this, then you just fit them into this 20% fun bucket. Whenever I set goals and a plan for the next year, I do this at the end of the year before the year starts. So I obviously have the savings bucket to invest right away. And this is what I did like this year just started. I already put 100,000 towards the real estate project. I'm keeping myself within this 65% spending. Actually, it's even less. I put more money towards the savings. But the fun bucket for me, it's like, it's a must. So typically like before the year starts, I already, okay, I have all the places that I would like to visit. I would like to travel. I like to create experiences. And then I put them on the calendar. And then once I identify, like I have all these dates, I have the places where I want to go, then I start planning and budgeting around this. So, and then life becomes much funner. And now if you're wondering, but I don't have any money to put away towards savings, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, I invite you to click the link and book an express audit session with me, where I will guarantee you that I can find up to $100,000 in your accounts in just one session. Don't wait any longer. Just click the link and I'll see you at my session. And remember, financial freedom is all in your hands.